Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Luke, welcome to Field Fusion. Today I'm going to be showing you the best £800 gaming PC build you can get that can run all games at ultra settings at 1080p with 60 frames per second or higher. If you want to see how a similar system to this performs, then I will leave a link in the description below where you can see how it copes in 25 different games. Now this video is coming out a few days later than it should have, as over the weekend I ran into some problems with my editing software, so I'm sorry about that, but things should be back to the weekly schedule from this week. So starting the build off, we have the CPU. I've chosen the AMD Ryzen 5 3600. This CPU is more than able to handle multiple processes at the same time and is more than capable of providing you with a great gaming experience. The Ryzen 5 3600 is clocked at 3.6 GHz and has 6 cores and 12 threads. It comes with its own CPU cooler, which is very good at keeping the CPU temperature low for the majority of the time straight out of the box. You can pick the CPU up for just £188.58. Moving on to the motherboard next, I have gone with the Gigabyte B550M DS3H Micro ATX AM4 motherboard. This motherboard comes in at £87.66. It supports up to 128GB of DDR4 RAM. It has 3 PCIe slots, which are perfect to add in our graphics card and other network or sound cards if you want to. It has 4 SATA ports as well as 2 M.2 slots, which can be used for M.2 SSDs if those are something you wish to include in the build. It has 4 USB 3.2 ports as well as 4 USB 2.0 ports, which means you will have plenty of USB slots for all of your peripherals. It also comes with 1 HDMI port and 1 DVD port, which allows you to connect up to 2 monitors. Coming in next, we have the RAM. I have decided to go with 16GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 memory, clocked at 3200 MHz. It's 2 8GB sticks of RAM, which allows us to take advantage of dual channel boost. This comes in at £58.48 and will give you more than enough memory and speed to future-proof your build. You only really need 8GB of RAM for gaming, but having 16GB gives you that little extra boost and helps keep your build future-proofed. For the storage, I have chosen 2 separate options, the first being a Kingston A400 480GB SSD, which is where you should install your operating system for faster loading times, as well as a few games. Personally, I'd install larger games such as Skyrim or GTA on the SSD, so the loading screens will load quicker. You can pick this SSD up for £44.60. I've also opted to go with a 1TB Western Digital Caviar Blue hard drive, which is just extra storage for even more games or files. If you do plan on recording your games, then having the extra storage for the large video files you will most likely get is essential. It's also there for if you just want to install a bunch of games that can't be stored on your SSD. And you can pick up this hard drive for just £34.38, which is really cheap for the amount of storage you're getting out of it. Moving on to what makes a gaming PC, we have the graphics card. I've decided to go with the MSI GeForce RTX 2060 Ventus XS graphics card. Now this is an amazing graphics card for both 1080p gaming and some 1440p gaming. It has 6GB of VRAM and it is clocked at 1710 MHz and has a memory speed of 14 gigabits per second. It has ray tracing enabled, and for the price of just £289.98, you will not be disappointed with the performance you will get out of this card. If you want to be able to play all games at 1080p and on ultra settings with 60 frames per second or higher on average, then this is going to be the perfect graphics card for you. Next to last, we have the case. I have chosen the Cooler Master Masterbox Q300L micro ATX mini tower case. This case has room for one 3.5-inch hard drive and two 2.5-inch hard drives. You can have up to 5 120mm fans in the case, and it even comes with one 120mm fan pre-installed at the rear of the case. There is ample room behind the motherboard tray for cable routing, so you can manage all of your cables pretty well. It has two dust filters on the top and on the front of the case, which makes the design look very unique. It also has a side panel window that allows you to show off your components. This case comes in at just £41.90, which for what you're getting at this price is amazing. For the last part of this build, we have the power supply. I have decided to go for the EVGA BR 600 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. This power supply is more than able to power our build, with room for upgrades later on, as this board only takes between 350 and 400 watts on average. This should give us around 200 watts extra for the future. It's also 80 plus bronze certified, meaning it has greater efficiency at 20%, 50% and 100% loads. This power supply comes in at just £71.40. Well, that pretty much wraps up the build. I didn't include an operating system in this build as Windows is around £100 usually. However, you can download it onto a USB stick and then buy an activation code off places such as cdkeys.com for under £10. Now we know this build goes slightly over the £800 budget, coming in at a total of £816.98. It's only slightly over, and for what you are getting you will not be disappointed. However, if you do want to keep it under the budget, then opt for the 240GB Kingston A400 SSD instead of the 480GB SSD. This should bring the build to a total of £799.24. Do you want to find what kind of PC you can get for different budgets? If so, leave a comment down below with the budget you would like to see on the channel, and I will make sure to make a video on those. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and whilst you're down there, why don't you become part of the notification squad by clicking on the little bell icon. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video, it really helps me out. I will be uploading a new PC build video every single Saturday at 10 AM, so I hope to see you all in the next one. See ya!
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through.